Can you confirm with News Nation that you're running for president?
Boy, that would be a nice confirmation. There'd be a lot of people that would be very upset about that. But I think you're going to be very happy. I think people are going to be very happy at what I do. I was going to do something last night, actually, that would have made the place really happy. And so we're doing it a few days later. And I think people are going to be very happy, very impressed.
To your predecessor, who is about to launch another campaign. So how do you reassure them, if that is the reason for their questioning, that the former president will not return, or that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power in the United States?
Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
There's breaking news out of Palm Beach, Florida. Former President Trump says his Mar-a-Lago home there is being raided by the FBI.
For the first time ever, a former president of the United States has been indicted.
Former President Donald Trump indicted for a second time.
A federal grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump. It marks the third time the former president has been indicted.
Breaking news on former President Trump. He's been indicted for the fourth time in 5 months.
Breaking news, this is an image that will be in the history books. This is the mugshot of the 45th President of the United States.
The optics of this is working to his advantage. Look.
Breaking news from Colorado, where the state Supreme Court has just disqualified former President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump found guilty on all 34 felony counts.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Take a look at what happened.
The next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
I proudly accept your nomination for president of the United States.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother!
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
Investigation underway after the second assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
As I was saying,
as you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA.
Get in there.
Let's go! I want to be a whale psychiatrist. I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's. I really wanted to do this all my life. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Here are our first projections. There, NBC News projects that Donald Trump has won the presidential election in Kentucky, Indiana. In West Virginia, Donald Trump is the winner. Florida, Tennessee, Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, North Dakota, South Dakota. NBC News also projects a winner in the Wyoming presidential race, Mississippi, Louisiana, Ohio, Kansas, Utah, Montana, Iowa, the state of Nebraska in the presidential contest, Idaho. The first swing state is North Carolina, going to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has prevailed in the presidential race in Georgia. Pennsylvania. NBC now projects he is the winner of Michigan and its 15 electoral votes.
Donald Trump is the winner in Alaska, picking up 3 more electoral votes.
Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin. He is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president.
Hey, look what happened. Is this crazy?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of the 199. Happy to see all of you here today, and we have a lot to talk about, of course. I was hoping we could catch up on some of the stuff that happened when I wasn't here on Friday, but of course, the world of Trump moves at a rapid pace, and we've got a whole new set of topics to talk about. There will probably be topics that happen during this stream because things are moving at such a rapid pace right now that it's absolutely insane to try to keep up with all of it. But we're getting the party started right. Logan Miller with 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. 10 gifted memberships to start us off. And Brock is back. 50 gifted memberships. F5s in the chat for Brock. Holy crap. Let's freaking go. Brock is back. Swig of water for Brock. F5s in the chat, baby. Thank you, Brock. And he says, neat. That's working again. That is definitely neat. Appreciate you, brother. I'm glad that's working again, and I appreciate the support. AOE2 Freak says, whenever you get to reading this, hail the 199. Thank you, AOE2 Freak. Appreciate it. Eric K says, I agree with Jay. Mod lives matter. Mod lives matter. Darth Fiend says, Jeremy's gay face reminds me of Raven. Scott Levy, quote the fig, nevermore. The Shadow Ranger says, the New York Times wrote the lab leak today. New York Times can go F itself. It's not our fault they keep beating a dead horse. You have to be a moron to still believe them. This is true. Zihoni says, leftists on X are saying Trump is on the Epstein list, and the reason why the list is withheld is because he wants it scrubbed, apparently. Yeah, I mean, again, this is now the point that they're at, is that leftists didn't even want to talk about the Epstein list. And every single scenario that they have thrown out there about Donald Trump has failed miserably. Every accusation, every single nonsensical, ridiculous accusation has failed. So now they are finally at the point where they're having to acknowledge the Epstein list because that's all they have. So there's documentation to show that Donald Trump obviously had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. There's also documentation that says that when Donald Trump became aware, and this is before Epstein was busted, this is before anything happened, and I might be a little fuzzy on the details, I may have to look up the article, but if I'm remembering correctly, the story goes that Epstein hit on an underage girl, a daughter of someone else that was part of the Mar-a-Lago club. And when Trump was made aware of that, he banned him for life. This was before Epstein was ever exposed as being anything. You can look it up. There's documentation on that. So yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So, but yes, Trump banned Epstein long before Epstein was ever exposed as being a PDF file. He did that long before that was ever exposed. And so anyway, leftists can go ahead and whine and cry and make believe anything that they need to. It's totally fine. Vault 95 says, Tim shills Rumble hardcore these days. Fact check. Yeah, well, I mean, Tim is now a partner with Rumble. He's getting paid by Rumble. And that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's just like, I guess what my problem with it is like all of these creators that are getting paid by Rumble that are willing to, I'm going to tell you right now, as a small creator on YouTube, again, you're welcome to do what you want. Going Rumble exclusive is a fucking retarded idea. I say that as someone that has built now, how many channels? We have 3 channels over 100K. I have a few others that are, like 40, thousands. Like we've got almost 1 million subscribers across the board on YouTube. Not being on YouTube as a small creator is a fucking retarded plan. Okay, don't go to Rumble and start your career because it's career suicide. It's what it is. You can have a Rumble channel and you can be on Rumble, but you need to be on YouTube as well. So, absolutely like crazy to like expect other creators to have to go over there exclusively to Rumble. Fuck that. All right. So anyway, also, I don't know how they count their views over there. I have no idea. I like, okay, let me show you this really quickly. Let me show you this. Let me pull this up. Let me go to our Sports Wars channel. Sports Wars over on Rumble. Okay. So check this out. This is what's very weird to me about Rumble. Okay. So let's go to live. Okay. Look at this right here. Share tab. This is our Sports Wars channel on Rumble. 52,000 followers, by the way, which is damn good. Very proud of that. The fact that we have 52,000 followers on our sports channel that Rumble doesn't fucking care about, apparently. Look at the views 8 days ago on a live stream. 129,000 views on a live stream. Okay? Now, this is compared to 2,000 views that happened today or yesterday. 4,000 the week before, 4,000 the week before, almost 5,000 the week before. This one had 129,000 views. That makes no fucking sense. If you go look at the live chat during that stream, my chat here on YouTube with 2,200 people, 10 times more active than that stream with 129,000 views. I don't buy any of it. You can tell me 129,000 people viewed that fucking stream. I don't buy it for shit. There's no way you're going to make me believe 129,000 people watched that stream. None. Not even close. So when I see like Crowder with 100,000 people watching his streams and Dan Bongino with 100,000 people watching his streams and they're not pulling that on YouTube, it doesn't make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense. So, but with that said, hey man, more power to you. If you're getting that bag, but that doesn't mean that I have to go over there exclusively, and I'm not going over there exclusively. YouTube has been good to me, and they've been bad to me as well. I've had problems with YouTube, just like everybody else. But to tell like smaller creators to abandon YouTube and move over to Rumble, career suicide. I wouldn't recommend that at all. I would recommend growing your channel on YouTube to the best of your ability and trying to stay within their fucked up rules on YouTube, which have gotten better. And then migrating that audience over to Rumble, that's how I would do it. And I say that as somebody with over 200,000 followers on Rumble, by the way. We have 200,000 followers. Almost 250,000 followers on Rumble at this point. Piano Dean says, RFK Jr. demanded today that food companies eliminate all people from their Soylent Green. What the hell, Piano Dean? You never know what Piano Dean's talking about. Oh, let me switch back over to this. So anyway, I'm glad they're making a run at Rumble. I do. But yeah, I mean, it's just obvious that Tim never wanted to talk about Rumble until Rumble started paying him. I mean, I didn't start I've been talking about Meta PCs long before they paid me. You know what I mean? By the way, you can go over to Meta PCs right now and use the promo code 199. But that's how I remember a company years ago. I've told this story before, but I remember a company, that company that brought us out to shoot the guns. It was awesome. They brought us out. We shot a bunch of guns. It was awesome. And we shot a video and everything. And they wanted to sponsor Geeks and Gamers. And I'm like, no. No. They're like, what do you mean no? And I said, dude, I am not. I straight up told their one of their directors this, but I was like, I am not just going to turn around because one day you guys gave us a great little, tour of your place. And one day I'm just going to show up the next day and talk about how great you are. It's clear you paid me off. I don't know you. I don't know who your company is. I have no idea what you're about. I don't know if you're going to cancel me if I say the wrong thing. So we need to build a rapport for several months. And then maybe I would be considered to take a sponsorship from you once I understand who you are and you understand who I am. And he goes, wow, you really think about this stuff, don't you? I'm like, yes. I mean, I appreciate it, but you're not just going to give me a couple of grand and I'm going to tell everybody we're good friends. That's not how it works. Rumble tried to get me to have BetterHelp become a sponsor. And they offered me like $5,000 for 3 fucking ad reads. I'm going to say that again. BetterHelp offered me $5,000 for 3 ad reads. And I turned it down because fuck BetterHelp. Subway J says, can I take your order? Holy shit. All Might says, hey man, big fan of the channel, 2-time Trump voter, and like most everything he's done so far. But Israel support concerns me. I'm not pro-Palestine. I just want America to be the focus. Thoughts? Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and I don't have any, in-depth knowledge of the whole Israel-Palestine conflict because I truly don't care. If we have a positive relationship with countries, I'm fine with us having a good relationship with them. And so I don't, it doesn't bother me that much. What bothers me is people that are in the United States of America that make their entire life based around their love for Israel. And I'm like, well, then go there if you love it so much. But in terms of like having allies around the world, I have no problem with us having allies and have a good relationships with allies. And one thing I've noticed about the anti-Israel crowd is that they need you to believe everything they believe. And that's just not how I operate. I'm also not going to believe everything the pro-Israel crowd wants me to believe either. But I've never been there. I'm never going to go there. So I don't really care that much. As long as, they're not attacking us, then more power to them, But, people like little Ben Shapiro seem to think that the only thing that matters is Israel first. And I'm like, but you live in America and you benefit from America and you've become a multimillionaire in America and you hire American workers. You've built your entire business around being an American, yet all you care about is Israel. And that doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I have no problem with Trump having a good relationship with them. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't see that as a flaw. I see the Epstein situation as a flaw. I see the fact that Pam Bondi, under the direction of Donald Trump, let's be clear, just because Pam Bondi looks like an idiot in the whole situation with the Epstein files, that doesn't mean Trump gets a pass. It doesn't mean that Trump was under his direction. What she did, Donald Trump approved of that. Let's not forget that. Whatever Pam Bondi did and how stupid she looked, Donald Trump approved it. That's the bigger concern right now is how ridiculous, that's how ridiculous it comes off to me. So hopefully we will get a little more, details on that. But I hope the MAGA crowd keeps the heat on them about the Epstein situation. Anthony 1399 says, my boy has returned. Miss CobraCast as hell. All hail the chat and the mage IDOT of the 199. Jeremy is gay. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it, brother. Miss you guys too. Horror Amarada says sheep is a mere 4 people away from 100 over the still sheep Sidian. If a few people could help out and push him past it, I'd appreciate it. Look at there. You guys are getting married in Vegas, right? Swig of water to Horror Amarada and still sheep Sidian right there. Thank you. And look at there. Jessica Lindstrom just dropped the link. There you go. Anthony with the gifted membership. Thank you. John freaking Murdoch. What? You mean after all the super chats I've given, I'm not your friend? That's it. I'm unsubscribing. Man. Now, do I have to give memberships? If John Murdoch, do I have to give memberships as an apology to John Murdoch? Is that what I have to do? All right. This is for John Murdoch. John freaking Murdoch. Okay, here we go. I have to give some memberships. I got to open it up in a new tab now. It's such a hard job I have. Such a difficult job. Now I have to open up in a new tab. Let's see here. I got to give some memberships in the name of John freaking Murdoch. Okay, here we go. If you learned anything from this right here, it's that bullying works, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to completely cancel out John freaking Murdoch's super chat. So in the name of John Murdoch, 10 gifted memberships. There we go. There's my apology to John Murdoch. Okay. So thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Eric says, you should have taken the BetterHelp sponsorship. Geeks and Gamers in 199 clearly has some unresolved issues. That would have only added to our issues, though. Yeah, I could not in good faith take a BetterHelp sponsorship. I just couldn't do it. Grant Potato says, glad you can finally join us, Fig, back from your family things. Come on, we all know you were honeymooning with Beardo. Definitely not that. Midnight Light says Crowder has been demonetized on YouTube, Jeremy. Well, I know I didn't say anything about Crowder. I said you can go over there and get your bag, but to encourage other people to leave YouTube is fucking retarded. Nobody should be leaving YouTube. Absolutely nobody should be leaving YouTube. So when somebody who has, how many millions of subscribers does Crowder have? Like, don't he have, how many millions? I don't even know. He's got like 3 million, right? So Crowder has made millions of fucking dollars on YouTube. Millions of fucking dollars. He's literally a fucking millionaire. Okay? And so it's real easy for him to now have a contract with Rumble with his fucking millions of followers and then tell a fucking creator who has no following whatsoever to, hey, come over to Rumble where you can't be discovered. Come over to Rumble where you can stream to a bunch of nobodies and the fucking, like, with the 5,000 people are watching you. Well, where are they at? Like, there's 220 people watching me right now. That's because 220 people know me from YouTube. But if you go on Rumble right now and you start a channel, they're going to give you a bunch of fake views and make you think people are watching you. 220 people are watching me over there because they know me from YouTube. Very few of them found me from Rumble because Rumble has no discoverability whatsoever. Just like Twitch doesn't have discoverability, just like Kick doesn't have discoverability. That is a fact. That is a fact. And everybody that has a Rumble channel knows that there's no discoverability over there. None. And yet they'll make you think, like, 130,000 people watched my fucking Sports War stream. 130,000 people were not there. No, maybe a couple of hundred, just like are on my stream right now. And I do believe that a couple of hundred people are watching my channel right now because I can see the chat moving right now. I can see people talking in it. But when I have 10,000 people watching me, the chat does not pick up that much. There's no, you can't sit there and actually see a difference. Now, if 10,000 people are watching me on YouTube, the chat will be moving at an astronomical rate and you can't even keep up with it. Like, I see every comment right now on YouTube. Every single one. I see B. Barrett. I see S. Wilson. I see Rumball. I see Clancy Damon. Evil Doer. B. Barrett. The Boys. 1979. I'm watching my Rumble chat right now. I can see everything they're saying. In GM Studios, Midnight Light. Oh God, that Switch loser is over there. I almost said it. I almost said it. Anyway, hail to the Rumble chat. Anyway, I think the goal is to make Rumble the main platform. I mean, maybe I'm all for that. But I don't know. I personally, I feel slighted by Rumble because we have over 250,000 followers on Rumble and they've never really, like, they've got us some ad reads and shit. Okay. That's cool. I appreciate it. I could get ad reads too. The reason that I work with the ad reads that Rumble gets us is because if you're working with Rumble, you're more than likely not going to have a problem with me or Geeks and Gamers. And so it's kind of like, it's a threshold, you know, where it's like, okay, if they're working with Rumble, they're probably not going to have a problem with me. So I can go ahead and work with these companies. That's how I look at that. But you know, Rumble just views us as like, well, they're already here and they post all of their live streams here and they're already doing all the work. So why the fuck should we incentivize them? And to that, I say, my followers on Rumble, them being able to watch me on Rumble is more, because no matter how many it is, whether it's 200 people, 300 people, 500 people, or 1,000 people, those 200 people right now watching me on Rumble, they would rather watch me on Rumble. Why should I take their ability away? So because I'm trying to negotiate with Rumble to make them give me more money. I think that's a dickhead move. You know what I mean? That's what I should do because that's how negotiation works. I should take my 200 and something thousand followers on all of my channels and just shut them all down. And you know what's going to happen in a couple of months? Rumble's going to be like, hey guys, we noticed you're not really uploading anymore. Is there anything we can do? That's what would happen. Fuck business like that. I'll just continue to stream to the people that want to watch me. Anyway, with that said, legalize adulthood has dropped a proper 199. Proper 199. Secured my spot for the Vegas meetup. Since you won't be there, I'll bring a life-size cardboard cutout of you and Dave Rubin. Making out, wearing baggy diapers. You will be represented, LFG, baby. TDA gangsters to El Salvador. Pardons revoked. And I voted for this. Holy crap. Legalize adulthood with a proper 199. And there's only one way to celebrate a proper 199, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, 20 gifted memberships on top of that. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Legalize Adulthood.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
Come on, baby. Come on. I'm going to do it.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Beautiful white paint. It's coming down at 10,000 miles an hour. It's coming down at levels of speed that nobody ever even conceived of. Where it's rough, but it's coming, and now it's turned around. It turns around, and it's coming, and it's gonna. I said, oh, because you see at that bottom, this section right here, that sucker's. Oh. Should I do it?
So we do have a few things to talk about. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Legalize adulthood, and everybody else with the super chats. I greatly appreciate it. But look, we got a lot to talk about today. We had a Trump, sent this out and triggered a lot of people, upset some people. And, he's talking about Iran and the Houthis, and my response to this was very simple. This is what Trump does, and I'm not surprised by it at all. This is exactly what Trump does. Trump always says something completely insane and hyperbolic in order to get any discussion started where he wants it to start. As the negotiation or conversation begins, the other side pulls the talks away from the crazy nonsense that Trump said, and they feel like they won because of it. But Trump has pushed the conversation so far in his direction that he's the one that wins. It's a masterclass in negotiation. Every time he does this, everybody cries and freaks out like a bunch of unstable women. It's hilarious. That's what he does right there. He does this all the time. Now, Trump has a ton on his plate right now. Let's be clear. There's a lot on his plate, man. And I'm not sure how he's going to pull all this together, but I have confidence that he will pull all of this together. And in response to this, people are like, oh, Jeremy, you're voting for war. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm voting to respond. This is a response. That's what this is about. Trump is a counterpuncher. That's who he's always been. Now, with that said, I did lose an argument, and I have to admit the loss of the argument right here. Okay, I have to. So on the Quartering's post right here, Quartering's post, because Quartering said he didn't vote for this. I said I did. Okay, I did. So then somebody says, I thought we voted for no new wars. Well, I responded with shut the fuck. This is a response. This is a response to being attacked. If you don't know the difference, I can't help you. Trump is and always will be a counterpuncher. But I misspelled. So then I said, shut the fuck. And then I had to, put the up there. And I said, I'll take the L. Someone says, what happened? What's the L? I said, on the internet, if you misspell a word during an argument or a discussion, you automatically lose. Those are the rules. I don't make up the rules, but those are the rules. So I lost the argument because I misspelled a word. All you have to, you can only own it. Okay. So those are the rules of the internet. So that's how it goes. I lost the argument because I misspelled a word. But yeah, going back to Trump and his, this is what he does. This is what he does. But there's a lot. I mean, he's scheduled to talk to Vladimir Putin tomorrow, from what I understand. We'll watch this really quick. But he's scheduled to talk to Putin tomorrow. So we've got all this up in the air. You've got the Iran situation. You've got Israel and Hamas and all of that shit. He's revoking, Secret Service detail from the Biden family. He's trying to turn over the pardons from the Biden administration because of the auto pin. The dude has a lot of irons in the fire right now.
As he pushes for an end to the Russia-Ukraine war.
And in the Middle East, Iran is vowing escalation with the U.S. after the White House ordered airstrikes on the Houthi rebels in Yemen.
Yep, because we threatened Iran at the same time because we know they're behind it. And Yemen has answered today for our strikes over the weekend. We have knocked their drone attack out of the sky. Jackie Heinrich did a great job on Fox News Sunday. Joins us now. Hey, Jackie.
She did.
Hey, good morning, and thank you, guys. Russia has refused to accept an unconditional ceasefire, but Steve Witkoff says the administration is still hoping to see that ceasefire happen within weeks. And
now, some people are, listen, you got to, you have to, there's certain things that Trump said in the campaign, and this is what gets me up. So it's not that I don't understand it. I do understand it, that there's some people that are so emotionally weak that everything Trump does that they can't handle it and they get so worked up. Donald Trump made a lot of promises during his campaign, and he has held up a good portion of those promises so far. A lot of those promises have been held up. One thing he said consistently that he has not done, and it's not 100% his decision, but he said it so much that he has to be held accountable for this. He said he would end the war with Russia and Ukraine on day one. He said that more times than I can count. When I've mentioned the whole, he didn't make the Epstein thing, a campaign promise, because he didn't. When he was asked about it, he would respond, but he said that he would end it on day one, and it's still here and it's still happening. Now, Vladimir Putin is obviously a very difficult person. Could he be playing Trump? I mean, that's definitely an option. I'm assuming Trump would be able to sniff that out if that's the case.
tomorrow, President Trump is going to be looking for some concessions from Russia on his call with Putin.
I'll be speaking to President Putin on Tuesday. And a lot of work's been done over the weekend. We want to see if we can bring that war to an end. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but I think we have a very good chance.
It's still
somebody said he tried before the inauguration, but it's a tall order. 100% agreed. And I think that's the biggest thing we should take away from this, is that he's clearly trying to resolve the situation with Russia and Ukraine. But the fact that he's not been able to pull it off yet just shows you how complicated all of this is. And a lot of this is not me making excuses for Trump. It's just being a realist. The reality of the situation is that Joe Biden has put us, the United States, in such a fucking terrible predicament that it's going to take a lot to unfuck up everything Biden did. That's just the reality of the situation. It's not a Thanos snap and it's over. It's going to take a lot. But this Russia-Ukraine situation is far more complicated than I think any of us fully understand.
still not clear if Putin is moving toward a ceasefire or if this is a stall tactic, especially after a European intelligence service uncovered a document prepared for the Kremlin by a group close to the FSB, reportedly, laying out ways that Putin should delay while continuing to dismantle Ukraine, including with some of the moves we've seen play out so far and proposals we've seen from Russia. Over the weekend, leaders from 25 countries convened virtually. They put out assessments that Putin isn't serious about peace. They called instead for maximum pressure from the West.
How do you know President Trump isn't being played right now by Putin?
Well, look, that's almost laughable. I'll take President Trump in dealing with the likes of Xi, of Kim Jong-un, with Putin and others. Certainly, ahead of his predecessor. We know who we're dealing with. We know who we're dealing with on all sides. And we are going to engage in diplomacy. We are engaging in diplomacy, and that will involve both carrots and sticks to
Fantastic personality, Chad. I agree.
get both sides to the table.
Carrots and sticks. We are watching for more. Meantime, the administration launched an opening salvo to what we're told could be a weeks-long campaign against the Houthis in Yemen after they resumed Red Sea shipping attacks. The president had a very firm message for Iran. Listen.
There's no way the Houthis, the Houthis would have the ability to do this kind of thing unless they had support from Iran. And so this was a message to Iran. Don't keep supporting them, because then you will also be responsible for what they are doing in attacking Navy ships, in attacking global shipping.
Now, the Ayatollah...
Lord Voldemort says that your introduction is too long and it's boring and it sucks. All right, well, I'll play it again then. Fuck you.
Can you confirm with News Nation that you're running for president?
Boy, that would be a nice confirmation, wouldn't it? There'd be a lot of people that would be very upset about that, but...
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But anyway, all right, here we go. Thank you for the 5. Eric says they dropped the ball on the Epstein files, but we're finally putting Houthi out of business, evicting TDA members out of the country, deleting Hunter's pardons. We keep winning 100%. Z Her for 20 says, dude, you see what Trump said recently on Iran and Yemen? Pretty crazy, but they have been escalating things 100%. And again, I think that this is where a lot of people just don't get it, man. Trump says outlandish things. Okay. If you're willing, it's not easy, but it's easy when you are the United States and you're willing to lean into the fact that you're the United States. Trump has all the power. So when Trump said, and the thing about it is that people think that Trump is crazy. Like a lot of people think he's unhinged. That's a very good advantage as a world leader with all the power. If other world leaders think that Trump is unhinged and crazy, that's a good thing. Okay? That's a very good thing. And so when Trump says some crazy thing, and then this world leader's like, shit, he might do it. He might do it. And then that kind of creates that conversation. So when they shift that conversation away from that crazy thing Trump said, they feel good about it. John Murdoch says, for your gamer word fun. John freaking Murdoch. Thank you, brother. I guess you don't hate me. That's good. That's good. That's good to know.
Rejected the president's offer for talks over their nuclear program, but the White House is still pushing to resume that conversation as Israel continues to push for a joint U.S.-Israel operation on Iran's nuclear facilities, guys.
Wow. Thanks, Jackie.
We're sitting on 4 years of deferred maintenance from Joe Biden, where in particular, when you talk about the Houthis, they were allowed for over 100 times to shoot at U.S. Ships, to shoot at commercial shipping. 4 months ago, when we sent a ship through, it was shot at 17 times. To the Houthis, this isn't a one-night thing. This will continue until you say, we're done shooting at ships, we're done shooting at assets.
There was the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, talking with Marie on Sunday morning. Come on over here. We'll show you what's happening in Yemen. Here's the Red Sea over here. Shipping traffic there has been hindered for some time now. Gulf of Aden down here to the south, all right? The strikes hit numerous towns throughout the country of Yemen, primarily in the western edge, southwestern edge. Sana'a is the capital city. That was hit. In Sada, this one up here near the Saudi borders, apparently where a lot of the leadership of the Houthi rebels live today. So this is one distinction that they have from these strikes. You know, during the Biden years, they didn't go after the leadership. But under Trump this past weekend, that was one of their targets. How well they did, we do not know. We'll wait for a better readout on that. Hard to get. Yemen is one of the poorest countries in the world. Hard to get a readout what's happening there on the ground. Since November 2023 now, these are the Houthi attacks in the Red Sea, right? 250 plus. Going back to October 2023, these are the Houthi attacks on U.S. forces, 180 attacks. We've had the U.S. Navy out there for some time, and they've had a tough job. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, now a Fox News contributor. And, sir, thank you for coming on today, and good morning to you.
Mike Pompeo, dude, has lost so much weight, by the way. He's unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. But now we got to hear from Mike Pompeo. Green at 7-4 says revenge is a dish served at cold. And Trump has been serving the liberals ice cubes. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Everyone, hail the 199 MAGA 4547. Thank you so much. Does Pompeo have jades? I think so. Yes, he did. That's right. Pompeo did lose his security clearance, didn't he? That how long ago? It was a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or was that even, when was that? Now I'm interested to see if he's going to put a negative or a positive spin on this.
Guys, let's show them the map here. This is what happens when you don't have freedom of navigation. You have to go around the southern coast of South Africa. It adds weeks to delivery, which computes to prices, et cetera. And this is Michael Waltz talking about the options on the table. As you know, sir, Iran is behind this. Here's Michael Waltz.
This was an overwhelming response that actually targeted multiple Houthi leaders and took them out. And the difference here is, one, going after the Houthi leadership, and two, holding Iran responsible.
Does that mean direct military action on Iran is possible?
I actually have this clip, this is what I'm talking about with the Trump saying things to kind of get the conversation shifted, or how the media just straight up will not even acknowledge him. And how many people saw, do you remember this clip on 60 Minutes when Trump claimed that the Obama administration spied on his campaign? Does anybody remember that? And guess what? At the time, do you know what happened? Mainstream media, leftists, and fence riders all were like, well, Donald Trump's just saying crazy things again. Guess what turned out to be true? Everything Donald Trump said right here.
So the biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign.
There's no real evidence of that.
Of course there is. It's all over the place. Leslie, they spied on my campaign and they got caught.
Can I say something? You know, this is 60 Minutes. And we can't put on things we can't verify.
You won't put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't put on things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied on my campaign.
Well, we can't verify that.
It's been totally verified.
No.
It's been, just go down and get the papers. They spied on my campaign. They got caught.
No.
And then they went much further than that and they got caught. And you will see that, Leslie. And you know that, but you just don't want to put it on the air.
As a matter of fact, I don't know that.
Okay.
So
the biggest.
And guess what? Every single thing he said confirmed to be true. And no apology from 60 Minutes, no apology from Leslie Stahl, none whatsoever. Now, the funny part of that whole thing is that he said, because it shows how Trump still has his boomer mentality. He said, it's in the papers. It's like, Trump, nobody reads the papers. There's no more papers, Trump. Even when he said that, there were no papers. It's in the papers.
Well, all options are always on the table with the president, but Iran needs to hear him loud and clear.
Sir, you know that the Saudis bombed the Houthis for 7 years, and they're still battling. How do you see this now?
I mean, this is what they are, though. It's war. It's all they know. You're never going to change that. It's just like when the United States went in there to liberate Iraq. How'd that work out? Like, if anything, and again, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff over there, but like, I'm pretty sure Iraq turned out to be worse after Saddam Hussein was taken out, because that is who they are. You're not going to change the behavior over there.
Well, Bill, good morning. It's great to be with you. Two important things. One, President Trump made clear that we were going to take decisive action. You talk about the activity there for the last 7 years. It sounds like President Trump is thinking about something much bigger, much deeper, much more sustained, with an outcome that actually delivers the objective, which is to stop the Houthis from disrupting travel. The second thing that is so different here, Bill, from what President Biden did for 4 years, you'll remember I designated the Houthis as a terrorist organization. Secretary Blinken came in and with a couple hours took them off the terror list. President Trump has now made clear to the Iranians, we know this is your money, these are your weapons, and we're going to hold you accountable. where the Biden administration just refused to acknowledge that Iran had anything to do with this in a serious way. Same thing he'd done when Hamas attacked on October 7th. I think those two things give the United States and our Gulf Arab allies a real opportunity, Bill, an opportunity to stop these knucklehead tribesmen in Yemen from disrupting global travel, global sea lane.
He really doesn't look well. It's distracting how, and maybe it's just because I don't know how he's lost so much weight. I'm not sure, but it's distracting
and costing Americans lots of money and risking our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines as well.
Just one more question on this before I go to Ukraine. Waltz said Iran needs to hear him loud and clear, referring to President Trump. Last week, we heard that he wrote the Iranian leadership a letter. Would this have been a part of that, do you think?
But I, of course, don't know what's in the letter, but it wouldn't surprise me at all. But if President Trump made clear, not only were we going to hold them accountable for what the Houthis are doing, but what Hezbollah continues to do, what Hamas is still trying to rebuild, I'm pretty confident that there would have been a comprehensive explanation that Iran needs to stop the terrorism from their proxies, and that there'll be a real cost to the Iranian and the Iranian leadership itself if they don't change that behavior.
Okay. Let's move to Ukraine and Russia. Late last night, Air Force One came back to Washington. Some tough weather on the East Coast. I think it landed at 1 o'clock in the morning. On board Air Force One, the president was asked about talks with Putin.
I'll be speaking to President Putin on Tuesday. A lot of work.
And so with him talking to Putin on Tuesday, and then the astronauts, I think, are scheduled to land back in the United States on Wednesday. So there's actually a couple of huge things. I mean, again, this is every day in the Trump administration, something crazy is happening. But I think the astronauts, the stranded astronauts that Joe Biden abandoned, that Elon Musk and President Trump saved, I think they're supposed to be back on Wednesday. I'll look into that.
Done over the weekend. We want to see if we can bring that war to an end.
What sort of concessions will you be seeking to have Putin make to get a deal done?
We'll be talking about land. We'll be talking about power plants. That's up, it's a big question. But I think we have a lot of it already discussed very much by both sides.
So on CNN, Steve Witkoff says that they expect, according to the president, a resolution or some sort of deal.
Oh, hang on. My bad. I have a correction. Sorry, guys. My bad. Federal judge has ordered the astronauts to be returned to space station. So blocking President Trump and Elon Musk's efforts to save them. So a federal judge has now blocked that. So he's ordering them to be returned to the space station. So I guess they're not coming back. So maybe we can work that out.
Within a matter of weeks. Is that overly optimistic?
Bill, I hope not, but the Russians will prove very difficult, I suspect. I think Putin believes he's got the upper hand. I think it was even overnight. He's still attacking into Kyiv even as these conversations are taking place. So this is going to be a very hard-fought set of negotiations. I suspect weeks means several weeks, but hopefully President Trump can put enough pressure on Putin that he will see that it's in his best interest to enter into a ceasefire for an extended period, and we can find a structured solution that prevents Putin from invading Europe ever again.
We are going to have many discussions on this because it could be.
So, yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, the next few days are going to be very, very, very interesting from that perspective. JMNZZ450 says, PSA, the Democrats leftists freak out over the last few months. I would like to inform you that we put Trump back in office specifically to be a threat to your democracy. End PSA. Have a great day. Hail the 199. Thank you, JMNZZ450. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. And that I agree with everything you said. Pat Patriot says Jeremy never talked about being gay until it started paying him a fig. Shorty Short says smart about better health. Not heard good things. Yeah, I've heard terrible things. Dragon Dan says hope you had a good break. Tell Mama 199 that we're all rooting for her and that we hope she's doing well. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Shane says this is hard for me to say, but Marco Rubio, Lindsey Graham let me down for years. This last Saturday kicked ass. Well, I mean, Marco Rubio's done a great job under the leadership of President Trump. He's done a really good job, actually. And I can't, All I can say is, what I'm seeing, he's done a really great job. Lindsey Graham's a piece of shit. Lindsey Graham's always going to be a piece of shit. He's a warmonger. He's a piece of shit. And I'll never trust Lindsey Graham at all. It's me says, I'm watching you from YouTube for 26 damn months. Hail the snake pit. Hail. And hail to the 300 people now watching us on Rumble. I appreciate you guys. Beardo's Dorito shaped body says, my work nights are easier because of CobraCast. Hail 1990 and Jeremy's gay. Thank you. Ball 95 says, I'm ready to live stream games and take your place. Yeah, I know. I'm making a ton of videos right now. I'm trying my best to, balance all of that. I'm really happy with the videos, though. Videos have been doing really well on not only this channel, but also Geeks and Gamers. So I'm going to stay on that. I will work a gaming stream in, though, for sure. I mean, we have our Wednesday night gaming this week. Eric K says, Jeremy never sees the mods. Mod lives matter. Look at that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Casual says 2.5 months into Trump, and I can't fathom how we survived 4 years of Biden. Difference between a true prez and a corpse is staggering. Also, you're gay. Thank you. Yes, I think it's Mario Kart, Jessica. I think so. 100%. 100%. Let me see. Miniature Volunteer says Beardo has lost a lot of people arguments. What? Beardo has lost a lot of people arguments. Meaning like other people? Maybe. Beardo Short says, what's getting released tomorrow? RFK? Apparently. We'll see. Piano Dean says, sorry about that, Jeremy. If you're not familiar with the movie Soylent Green, my previous super chat won't make any sense. Rarely did my super chats make any sense. That is true, Piano Dean. I can't remember the last time a super chat of yours made sense, to be fair. Sex Conquer over on Rumble says, in honor of the stranded astronauts, SpaceX is finally returning home. Play the Trump and Elon anime opening theme song. I got to look that one up. But I do have this clip right here of the astronauts actually thanking President Trump and thanking Elon Musk right here. Right here.
We're coming back before long, so don't make all those plans without me. We'll be back before too long.
I can tell you at the outset, all of us have the utmost respect for Mr. Musk, and obviously respect and admiration for our President of the United States, Donald Trump. We appreciate them. We appreciate all that they do for us, for human spaceflight, for our nation, and we're thankful that they are in the positions they're in.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. Watching that SpaceX rocket take off it's just crazy how, imagine hating Elon Musk, man. I mean, it really is amazing that these people they just hate Elon so much because they're programmed to. And I'm blown away by it. I mean, Elon Musk is a truly historical figure. He's doing things that, no one else will ever do. I mean, right here, look at this. Elon sending rockets to space to save astronauts.
3, 2, 1. Ignition and lift. Go SpaceX. Go NASA Crew 10. Copy. What else?
Liftoff of Crew 10 now soaring to the International Space Station. 1.7 million pounds of thrust now propelling Falcon 9 and Crew 10. And we're continuing to get good call-outs on the first stage performance so far.
I mean, seriously, I mean, the fact that Trump can call up Elon Musk and say, hey, we got to get these astronauts. And listen, I know that there was a lot of problems with they were supposed to go up there for 8 days. It turned into 9 months. I know that they were scheduled to go get them several months later. The president of the United States, Joe Biden, who had no idea where he was at any point in time, he could have made a decision. And I'm pretty sure Elon Musk said point blank that he told the Biden administration, hey, I can assist, I can help you guys out. And, you know, they don't care. And yet some blue-haired land whale on Twitter is crying about Teslas right now, yet Elon Musk is sending rockets into fucking space to go save stranded astronauts. It's insane. Sola Felix says, Victor Davis Hansen says, one of the main points of contention is convincing Putin to withdraw back to where he invaded. He can keep Donbass and Crimea. Putin's going to be complicated, man, and I'm just hoping Trump has this all worked out. So Nico Lex Mage I.199 says, Jeremy, my favorite homosexual, no homo. I used to be here a lot, but now most of my time is with my mom caring for her stage 4 F cancer. Just saying, hail the 199 Mages Unite, MAGA for life. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I hope everything works out. I know the pain of that, and we got your back on that one, man. So happy you had a little bit of time to pop in here. Hope everything's okay with your mom. And prayers up in the chat for you and F cancer. It's me for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Webhead Mike, thank you for the gift or the membership. Magatron says, do you think Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to make a surprise appearance and put John Cena in his place at WrestleMania 41? It would be epic. No, I don't. I hope so. I would love to see Stone Cold make an appearance. He's my favorite wrestler of all time, but I just don't know. I don't even I think Stone Cold's at a point where I don't even know if he could do a stunner anymore. I know his knees are in really bad shape and he's had surgery and everything. So I don't know. I'd love if it happens, but I just don't think that I'm not expecting it. So that way I'll be surprised if it happens. Blast Radio says Trump is getting his clap back on CBS liars, though, by scuttling their Skydance deal and possible pulling their broadcast license. It'll be interesting. Boba Fett says final guess on who killed JFK. I mean, isn't it pretty widely known or I guess speculated that it's the CIA? I think that's the wide speculation. So, you know, let me see. Christian Rocker says anime intro and DMs. Fantastic Knox says Democrats feeling very rotten and angry that Musk is saving those astronauts trapped in that situation. Boeing had every opportunity to go save them. Yeah, Boeing looks really bad over there, over that whole thing. Boeing looks really bad. Sex Conqueror says, how much for you to show your messed up toe on a stream? Asking for a friend. He just needs 38 seconds. I'll pass. Sex Conqueror says, the quartering went hatless on video today. Stunning and brave. How about you? Show some solidarity and take it off. No, but I am, my hair is like, I made a decision. Well, I'm going to try to stick to it, but I'm going to try to let it grow out as long as I possibly can. And then one day I'm just going to show this crazy fucking mop on my head. And all the people that think I'm bald are going to fucking lose their minds. Michael for 10 says there is absolutely no reason for Putin to concede anything. He's winning and he didn't cause the war. NATO is to blame and cannot win. And Putin knows it. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I considered, because again, I always get to a point where when my hair gets to this length, I just want to cut it. Like I just get my clippers and shave it. And I almost did it over the weekend. And I decided, no, let's just let it go. Let's just let it, let's let this nonsense just grow, whatever fucking way it's going to grow. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I hate my hair. So I despise it. Sam Uri says, Tim's been using Rumble for paywall streams for 2 years now. Rumble infrastructure. Yes, he's been using their infrastructure, but from what I understand is it was still going on his website. I guess now he's using Rumble Premium or something like that. I'm not sure. But again, it's all good, man. If it works for him, it works for him. I mean, if Rumble was to offer me a good deal that I thought would be beneficial to my business, I would do it. But I mean, like, you know, Meta PCs is, and again, that's why you hear me talk about Meta PCs a lot. First of all, they're taking care of us, but we got to sell computers in order to continue to maintain. And that's the whole point behind it. But I can comfortably say that if we were able to maintain what Meta PCs is doing for us, it'll fundamentally change what we're doing as a company. And that's a good thing, but you got to have the right people. and they're never going to, from my experience anyway, MetaPC is never going to call me up and say, hey, Jeremy, you can't say that. That's not what they're going to do. And that's the type of partner I want to be in business with from that perspective. Promo code 199. It is in the pinned post though. So hockey hair, let's see. Mullet, do it. Oh, I'm not sure what, I really don't. I've never let my hair grow out long enough to find out. I personally think that there's a chance that I think that my hair might actually get longer and go, like down. I'm not sure, but maybe I can turn it into a mullet. We'll see, but we're going to find out. I think maybe if I can let my hair grow up for another 3 to 6 months, I think we're going to see some crazy shit with it. I have to be strong and not cut it. Justin says, so your hair is not even straight. My hair is wavy at this point. It's not like it used to be when I was really young. I had really, really, really curly hair. It's more wavy now, but the last time I let it grow out, it was pretty, it wasn't as curly as it used to be. So we'll see. Black Kane says, Anna, Paulina, Luna, and Haba are classy, hot, but Bobert seems like she'd let you in the back door after a couple of $1 margaritas and chilies. That's my type. I can't disagree with anything you said there, Black Kane. I can't disagree. You know what? I'm going to show it. This is probably, look, man, you guys know my favorite movie is Interstellar. Okay. That's my all-time favorite movie. And the other day I saw something on Twitter that was just like, it killed me, dude. It killed me. This right here. I don't know if I can play this fucking clip. I don't know if it's going to get copyrighted. I don't know. But, oh my God.
Holy shit. The Fed doesn't exist within the third dimension. The Fed is a dimension.
Droid, my nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's been here this whole time. Contained by gravity, Chauvin's third law.
Chauvin's third law? I'm not playing anymore. I don't know if it's going to get copyrighted. I have no idea. I'm fucking done, dude. Okay, anyway. Whew. Marky Shark Boy says, please say the Phantom Menace in a very deep voice. I don't know what voice means, like voice CR. Yeah, I don't know why you want me to say that, but I don't know. The Phantom Menace was an awesome thing a long time ago, and it just kind of went away. It was cool though. It was cool for a long time. Golden Nugget says Beardo eats spicy food for the burning on exit. Shadow Sand says Jeremy wants super chats to keep his hair. Grant Potato says you're going to need a lot of Rogaine. Warbeer says your boyfriend will appreciate having something to hold on to. Nico Lex says Jeremy secretly buys wavy blonde realistic wig to try and troll the fans. He's bald. 8 o'clock says, are you growing out your hair so you can have a man bun by the time Dan Bass releases the song Man Buns Are Gay? If that ever happens. God, that George Floyd crap is so funny. That account, I'm just saying, it's pretty damn funny. There was something else here that we have to discuss really quick. Let me pull this up. Good Lord, man. It's absolutely insane. Okay, so the baddest man in the administration is this guy right here, Tom freaking Homan.
You say to those who claim you're using a 200-year-old law to circumvent due process?
No law.
What would you say to those who say you are using a 200-year-old law?
No law? Not as old as the Constitution. We still pay attention to that, don't we?
But some would say this is
Just walks away. He just says it and walks away. Such a badass. All right, then we got Tom freaking Homan right here.
You're going to run out of money. It doesn't look like you're getting support from the Democrats on this. You're going against the judges now. What's next?
Another flight every day. The teams are going to be out there every day. Every day, the men and women of ICE are going to be in the neighborhoods of this nation arresting criminal, illegal alien, public safety threats, and national security threats. Lawrence, you're not going to stop us. We made a promise to the American people. The President Trump has made a promise to American people. We're going to make this country safe again. I wake up every morning loving my job because I work for the greatest president in the history of my life, and we're going to make this country safe again. I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
This dude is so badass. I love Tom Homan is exactly what I want in this administration, having some level of power to get his job done, and he's not backing down at all. It's absolutely fantastic. The dude is awesome. Spike's Best Suit says, just watch Asmongold play the TDS simulator. Really? There's a TDS simulator? Really? Is it like on his main channel? There's no way. Hang on. If it's on Twitch, I don't get on Twitch. I hate Twitch. Yeah, here it is. Okay. We're gonna react to Asmongold then. Here we go, right here.
Redneck? Really? You think so, brother? All right. This is the Trump Simulator 2025. I don't know what this is going to be. There are 3 options in this game. It says play as Musk, coming soon, and that's it. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. Let's do it, guys. Play. Thank you for buying Trump Simulator 2025. It means a lot to me. This is a very simple, silly satire game about U.S. politics in 2025. I hope it makes people laugh amidst tears of anguish. Please excuse the bugs. All right. Please enjoy and tell your favorite YouTuber about it. And have fun being President Trump and running the country from Air Force One. Okay? I feel like it's not on right. Okay, there. That's a little bit better, right? This feels better though. And okay, here we go. Board Air Force One. Let's do it. Two of the smartest. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Things to do: explore the plane, blow dry my wig, launch 20 nukes, drive my cyber suck, lower egg. Nobody cares about that. Okay. So there's 4 things to do, guys. Let's go ahead and get it done. All right. Chair of Cuck.
So I'm curious, is this a pro-Trump game or an anti-Trump game? I'm good either way because I can make fun of it either way. I just want to understand, is it pro or anti-Trump?
Radio on or off? Okay.
Breaking news, the economy is on a downward spiral again today. Millions cannot afford food or basic necessities.
Okay, anyway, so open and close the hatch. Time left of presidency, 111 million seconds left. To honor your presidential predecessors, you should do exactly nothing for the American people before this time runs out. Okay, lovely. And print money. Can I print some money? The United States of Musk. Oh. Big money. Let's go. Pick up the bill. Let's get it. All right, we got $100. Wow. That was easy. The United States of Musk, sponsored by Doge. Apparently, oh, God. Okay, great. And this is the secret compartment. I'm not...
So right now, it feels like it's an anti-Trump thing is what I feel like. This feels like an anti-Trump simulator. You said TDS simulator, so I felt like it was like a simulator making fun of TDS, but what I think you probably meant was that it was a person made a Trump simulator and that person has TDS. That's what I think. That's what I think. It's still funny. I appreciate the comedy.
This does go so hard though, right? Damn, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, really? Yeah, bro. I gotta change my hat. What is this?
Honestly, I do think it's pretty funny so far. Like, I could appreciate good comedy.
Okay, and can I turn the light on? It says blow a kiss. Oh no. Okay, and what is all this? President Musk. Musk left his toys out again. Oh no. His phone's not connected to anything. PP. Oh God. Okay, and this is the American flag. All right, and this is the desk. Don't touch. Hunters don't touch. Am I trans? And other LGBTQ questions from Vicky from China. Oh my God. Request a Coca-Cola. Okay. Oh my.
Yeah, this is definitely like a Trump hater for sure. 100% at this point. That's pretty funny, though. That is pretty funny. Like
another one. Oh shit!
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Wow. All right, that's pretty fucking easy. Is it that easy? Damn. Okay. Maybe I should be the president. Okay, and then what else do you have? So this is
it's got the JD
outside.
Vance meme.
Oh wow.
How is Asmongold not seeing that? The JD Vance meme is right there. Holy shit! That's awesome.
Really brings out his eyes. Oh my God.
Does he know what this is?
Is that LeBron James? Yeah, I think this is LeBron James, actually. Okay, a milkshake? Okay, so I can get him.
How did he not know?
This is some gay shit. Oh, they on that gay shit. Oh, okay. And what else is this? Turn on the TV. Mysterious substance found in popular breakfast cereal marketed to kids. Scientists call it toxic formaldehyde. The company calls it funny dust.
Let me get this. Let's see. Pope Zombie Stomp for 50 says, late to the party. Criminal how little coverage there is of saving those astronauts. Dan Vask is gay. Absolutely. Oh, he did a video on the Vance memes. He knows he's just memeing. I assume so. Asmongold spends more time on, and thank you for the 50. I greatly appreciate it. We will talk more about the astronauts coming home. Asmongold spends way too much time online, like way too much. It's crazy. No hate. I like Asmon.
Okay, let's turn that off. All right, so what happens if I get a milkshake? Oh, wow. Tonsa burger. Oh, wow. What about a hot dog? You need more money, Donald. Wait, there's a counter of how much. Wait, so I have to print out more money to buy hot dogs? Okay, I have $100, and now I need to buy. Wait, a hot dog is $100? I thought Trump was supposed to get rid of inflation. What the fuck happened? Wait, what does it say? Open hatch. What does this do?
That's fucking cool.
Oh, shit. Use the treadmill.
Okay, I think I've had enough. So, if you guys want to go, I will probably check this out. I'm not going to watch 51 minutes of Asmongold running around playing this game, but yeah, I definitely think it's pretty funny. It's definitely funny. Yeah, I mean, the further in, I don't want to sit here for an hour watching Asman. So if anybody wants to go check that out, you can. But yeah, 51 minutes. If I was playing the game, that would be a different story. But I'm not going to sit here and watch him play a game for 50 minutes. Not going to do that. But let's see. Coops is for your 3-1. Hope it helps with your hair. Ministry of Wrong Thing says this was a low key excuse for Asman to wear a MAGA hat. Yeah, I mean, look, Asmongold is 100% a fence rider. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but he is a fence rider. He rode the fence on the Trump and Biden stuff, and then the Trump Kamala stuff. And now he is crushing it. Like Asmongold he is crushing it on the Trump coverage right now. But he is a fence rider, and it's working out well for him. So no hate at all. Justin for 5 on Rumble says Asman is a Bernie bro to a fault. He's still convinced that Bernie is pro-union when Bernie wants a 4th house. Anybody at this point in time that is still that still believes Bernie Sanders is a decent person, I can't help you. Like, that's why, like, this is my attitude on things is like, there's so much information out there. And if you still choose to be a retard, then I can't help you. I'm not interested in helping you. If you can't be convinced by the obvious shit that's out there, what the fuck am I going to do? I can't convince you to not be stupid. So I'm not interested in trying to convince people that are stupid to not be stupid. It's just not what I'm interested in doing. Now, if you're interested in learning more, if you're actively trying to learn more about things, then that's cool. We can have a conversation. But if you're just stupid and you need me to convince you to not be stupid, I'm not interested in that. It's not my responsibility to try to make you not be stupid. And stupid people are going to continue to be stupid no matter how much you try and talk to them. It's just nothing's going to change it. And that's just something I've learned over the last several years of being online and being on the internet. So I didn't know that. I saw someone say I didn't know Asmongold was a Bernie bro. I can't say that I did either. But it kind of would make sense. So right here, I haven't seen this clip, but Stephen Miller on CNN talking about Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Absolutely must see. Stephen Miller usually destroys it when he goes on here.
So you called the judge's order just earlier today, quote, patently unlawful, end quote, and said that it was an assault on democracy itself. Does that mean that the administration is ignoring this order, and might you ignore future court orders that meet the criteria you laid out?
The President of the United States and his administration reserve all rights under the Constitution to conduct national security operations in defense of the United States. The Alien Enemies Act, which was passed into law by the founding generation of this country, men like John Adams, was written explicitly to give the president the authority to repel an alien invasion of the United States. That is not something that a district court judge has any authority whatsoever to interfere with, to enjoin, to restrict, or to restrain any way. You can read the law yourself. There's not one clause in that law that makes it subject to judicial review, let alone district court review.
So, Stephen,
Stephen Miller's a classic example. I mean, he's been with Trump for a long time. He's been with Trump. I don't know exactly how long. I think he's been with him the majority of time through his first administration and then to this one. Stephen Miller's been with him forever. And you often hear that, like I covered the Tyrese video where Tyrese was crying in his car about Donald Trump. And he's like, oh, all of these people have, turned on Trump and all of that. I have a breaking news here for many people that don't understand it, but great leaders and great men typically aren't the most likable people in the world. Typically, people that are great and demanding of greatness, they typically rub people the wrong way. And weaker people don't like to be surrounded by someone that is that much of a alpha or a leader. I've talked about this many times. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, most of his teammates hated his guts. That's the truth. They hated Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was ruthless. Michael Jordan was not there to be your friend. Michael Jordan was there to demand excellence and to win at all costs. Kobe Bryant, very, very unpopular with his teammates. These are the things that, so to tell me that Donald Trump is, he's not liked or whatever. He's not there to be fucking liked. He's there to make America great again. And a bunch of fucking career politicians don't like him. That doesn't surprise me at all. But Stephen Miller, people like Stephen Miller do.
When you say that this person has no authority at all, this is how our system works. It starts with these judges and then continues up. At what point does it become, in your view, legal for the justice system to be looking at this and making a judgment? And I fail to see how there's any other way but to start with where we're starting here before you get to eventually the Supreme Court.
Well, so first of all, there's a term in law, justiciable. This is not justiciable. In other words, this is not subject to judicial remedy. When the president is exercising his Article 2 powers to defend the country against an invasion or to repel a foreign terrorist that is unlawfully in the country, he's exercising his core Article 2 powers as commander-in-chief.
Is Venezuela invading the U.S.?
This is a very important point. This is a Title 50 authority. It's a commander-in-chief authority. So just to ask you a simple question, you talk about how the system works. Does a district court judge have the right to direct or enjoin troop movements overseas? Yes or no?
Well, Stephen, my question, if you could answer my question first.
Answer him.
Is Venezuela invading our country in a way that would apply
TDA,
this way?
So I'll answer yours and you'll answer mine. Under the terms of the statute, Tren de Aragua is an alien enemy force that has come here as detailed at length in the proclamation at the direction of the Venezuelan government. The statute says that a president has the ability to repel an invasion or predatory incursion that is directed by a foreign
state
government.
or a government, right? Are they a state or a government?
This would be, yes, it is documented. The TDA was sent by the Venezuelan government in the proclamation. And here's an even more important point. Under the Constitution, who makes that determination? A district court judge elected by no one or the commander-in-chief of the Army and Navy? The president and the president alone makes a decision of what triggers that determination.
So do you then think we are actually at war with Venezuela, the nation state?
Why do I never hear CNN cut off a Democrat? Why have I never heard CNN cut off anybody from the Biden administration, but they want to sit there and cut off Stephen Miller over and over again?
You're not hearing me and you're not understanding me. Read the statute, Alien Enemies Act, 1798. It says if a predatory incursion is perpetrated by a foreign government, so it lists three qualifying actions. It could be an act of war.
It does say in the very beginning there has to be a declared war against a nation or a state. That's what it says.
No, wrong. Look up the statute. It's on my account on social media.
That's actually where we found it earlier.
Yes, it says or a predatory incursion or an invasion. The statute delineates three criteria for triggering the Alien Enemies Act. One is an act of war, which, by the way, an invasion is an act of war, but put that aside. One is an invasion, which this is. One is a predatory incursion, which this is. So it actually meets all three statutory criteria. But with respect to this particular statute, the proclamation is utilizing the incursion and invasion language in the statute. But this is a very important question because no, hold on. It's a very important question. You said the way our system works is the president of the United States commands the armed forces of the country, commands the foreign policy of the country, and that's subject to district court review. That is fundamentally untrue.
I never said that, Stephen. I did not say.
That has never been true.
This was not a military operation.
A district court judge can no more enjoin the expulsion of foreign terrorists to foreign soil that he can direct the movement of Air Force One, that he can direct the movement of an aircraft carrier, then he can direct Marco Rubio to engage in diplomacy in a country or not.
Do you think the Supreme Court has any say over this or not? Does the Supreme Court of the United States have any say over the things that you were just outlining right here?
I believe what the Supreme Court will say is what I just said, which is that the president's conduct here is not subject to judicial review.
Okay, but you are acknowledging that they do in fact have a.
I have something for this anchor for CNN right here.
Oh, shut up, silly woman.
say here,
Well,
even though you think they may agree with you.
What we are expecting is the Supreme Court to say what has always been the case, which is when the president is using his powers as commander-in-chief, those determinations are not subject to judicial review. In other words, the president's designation of Trinidad as a foreign terrorist organization and as an alien enemy are part of his inherent plenary authority. There is no way.
At what point in the
there is
system,
no way.
Stephen,
How are you going to expel? Hold on. How are you going to expel illegal alien invaders from our country who are raping little girls, who are murdering little girls, if each and every...
Is it obvious to just me how out of her league she is right now? She is so out of her league. This is a beatdown. Holy crap.
Deportation has to be adjudicated in a district court judge. And that means you have no country. It means you have no sovereignty. It means you have no future. It is fundamentally incompatible to have a country and have individual expulsions adjudicated by a single district court judge.
I'm just trying to figure out at what point in the system do you, because what does the Trump administration believe? Because we do have separation of powers in this country. I hear what you're saying.
Yes,
you're saying the
separation of
district
powers.
court does
This
not
is the judiciary
have authority.
interfering
Stephen,
in
let me finish.
the executive function.
Oh,
Let
you
me
let you
separation of
finish?
powers. That is the
Did
separation
you
of
ignore
powers.
the judge's order here because you thought you could?
So the judge's order and the actions taken by the Departments of Defense, Justice, and Homeland Security are not in conflict. And the Department of Justice has been clear that they are not in conflict. But
So you think that you did go along with the order that the judge put out? You do not think that the Trump administration defied this order?
As the Justice Department said, there is no conflict between the judge's order and the actions taken by the departments I just listed. But I'm making a deeper and more fundamental point.
Yeah.
The district
So,
court
yeah, I mean, if you
has
don't have
no
to follow it, why
ability.
didn't you?
The district court has no ability to in any way restrain the president's authorities under the Alien Enemies Act or his ability to conduct the foreign affairs of the United States. Let me paint a picture for you. President Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio had engaged in intensive diplomacy to obtain a bilateral security agreement with the nation of El.
She's reading something right now. She has got to be reading stuff that they're feeding her. She absolutely has no clue what she's doing. If you look at her, she's reading. Let me go look at her. Look at her as he's talking. Watch.
President Trump and Secretary of State
she's reading.
Marco Rubio had engaged in intensive diplomacy to obtain a bilateral security agreement with the nation of El Salvador. If a district court judge can enjoin that bilateral security agreement, then we do not have a democracy.
Stephen, you've made your argument.
We do not have a foreign policy.
We've heard you say this. Did you ignore that? Did the administration ignore the order from the district judge? It's a simple question.
I've answered it. I've answered it because the Department of Justice has made a filing in the court. But let me make another point. The judge in this case put the lives of every single person on those aircraft at risk. Did he know how much fuel was in those planes? Did he know the flight conditions? Did he know the weather conditions? Did he know how many crew hours? Did he know the need for crew rest? Did he know any of that? No. This judge violated the law. He violated the Constitution.
So do
he
you
defied
think that
the system of government
Let
that
him
we
talk.
have in this country.
Because that does seem
And
to
by
be
the
what
way,
you're arguing.
These same district court judges didn't do a damn thing to stop Joe Biden from flooding this nation with millions of illegal aliens. Do these district court judges didn't issue any injunctions to save the lives of Jocelyn Mungry or Laken Riley or anyone
the federal
else?
courts? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that what you said, there's a separation of powers. The judiciary exercises judgment and relief.
I don't speak for the White House. You are here to speak.
I will do.
You're here to speak for the White House.
I
just want you to answer that one simple question.
I am. Ready? Here we go. Under a proper reading of the Constitution, district court judges provide relief to individual plaintiffs seeking relief. District court judges do not have the authority, as a general matter, to enjoin the functioning of the executive branch. But their authority is at its lowest point when the president is exercising his powers as commander-in-chief. And I asked you a question, you never answered it. Can a judge enjoin troop movements overseas? Can a district court judge enjoin troop movements overseas?
Stephen,
yes or no?
I am not going to get into the
just say no.
Just answer the question.
This is a separate
Just answer the question. You wanted him to answer. He gave you a specific, detailed answer.
and you'll know that I'm
Steven,
right.
Okay, we're not
No,
talking
it's
about
not.
other
Because
troops
the
overseas.
president.
I need to ask you about
It's
something
not.
else.
She's hoping that they can feed her the answer, so she's basically dragging this out until she can hopefully get the answer.
The president issued a proclamation delineating in detail how the Venezuelan regime sent this gang, this terrorist organization, to our shores. And by the way, and I love being here, but all the outrage that we are seeing from the Democrat Party and from the corporate media.
There you go. So that's the end of the clip right there. He absolutely destroyed her. That was a brutal, brutal beatdown from Stephen Miller. She was completely outclassed. She did not belong in that discussion at all. Holy crap. That was beautiful. And that's the Trump administration. That's the attitude towards the Trump administration. That's the attitude towards the majority of people that are representing the president. And how could you not? I mean, how could you not? Okay. I mean, look, this is Trump right here. He's emailing Elon. Dear Elon, here are 5 things I accomplished this week. Won a golf championship, killed the leader of ISIS, deported planes full of gang members, lowered gas, eggs, and inflation, set up Russia and Ukraine ceasefire. President Trump. So see, if Trump can respond to Elon's emails, why can't all of the other government workers do that? Okay? So there you go. Good job. Good job, Trump. Oh, man. All right, we got Super Chats catch up on here. Linko Kenobi for 50 says, what's up, Jeremy? Been watching your channel from work, and I just got home. Love the channel. Would love to watch more, but I have 10 articles to discuss in the morning. I'll see you on Tuesday night's main event. Hail to 199, and good night, everyone. Thank you, Linko Kenobi. Keep up the good work on your channel, brother. And yeah, we'll have a good Tuesday night's main event. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait. Dark Schwartz Rising says she cannot actually be this dumb. She works for CNN, so she can't. And that's for 20. Thank you. Eric for 10 says, imagine defending some of the most violent criminals on the planet to try and keep them in the country and thinking you're still the good guy. I know. It's amazing. Blast Radio says, Tyrese Gibson is also not liked for the wrong reasons. Him crying in his car alone like a beta male, whining about his baby mama. Yeah, the Tyrese video. I'm sure most of you saw that video. And I don't know. I'm assuming most of you saw the video. I did a full video on it. It is so bad. Ministry of Wrong Things says, Vance Miller ticket would go hard as if. Yes, it would. Mellow Fungus says, I haven't seen a girl get absolutely dominated like the CNN chick since the last time a liberal white girl went to the Middle East to prove it's safe. Let's see here. Justin says, I tried pushing your channel and Geeks and Gamers on Timcast. I think you would be better than the quartering. The wrong Jeremy is in the mix. Look, the quartering, me and the quartering will have an occasional disagreement on stuff. The quartering, Jeremy has always done right by me. He's always had my back. He's always been nice to me, and he's always been a stand-up guy. So I like Jeremy from the quartering. Justin says, Asman. Oh, I got that one. Justin also said, yes, I've watched recent videos of Asman praising Bernie. Even after Bernie threw Tulsi under the bus, there is no more loyal to Trump than Stephen. No one more loyal to Trump than Stephen Miller. He is peak. Sex Conqueror says, use your 3-in-1 for your skin, hair, and ass, but I bet you'd never use 3-in-1 to wash ball and interior for your truck. There you go. Let's see here. Golden Nugget says, I'd super chat more, but I got a great deal on nude Whoopi Goldberg pics, and I burned all the Alina ones. Golden Nuggets. Golden Nuggets. You got to stop. You got to stop. Like, it's not cool. Okay. Just stop. I hear you go. Hey, you know what, Golden Nuggets? You might have a better shot with the ladies like Alina Habba if you would take Stone Cold Steve Austin's advice. Okay.
You get in that goddamn shower, hit the bar of soap, put a little water on it,
And rub it all underneath your armpits, around your balls, and your fucking asshole, would you, you smelly prick? Here's a tube of toothpaste. What you do is you pour some of this out on a little toothbrush and you scrub them fucking gimmicks in your mouth. They're called teeth. Get all that yellow shit off of them. Your breath don't smell like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Deodorant. It's a miracle worker. You put it under your fucking armpits. You get me? You fucking Viking. Last but not least, your old trusty hairbrush. This thing does a goddamn wonders if you got the fucking hair. I ain't got no fucking hair. Comb that fucking shit you call a wig. You understand me?
The GOAT, Stone Cold Steve Austin, right there. Thank you, Golden Nuggets. Red Mage for 20 says, what would have been even better is if he would have called her out for reading something and getting help since she was getting trounced. That is true. It was as clear as day. She was reading notes. Clear as day. This is why mainstream media is dying. There's no authenticity whatsoever. None. No one buys their crap anymore. Like, people in the mainstream media can't just sit here and do, like, if I get a question that I don't know the answer to, it's this crazy thing where I just say, I don't know. Because I don't know. Mainstream media has put this fake image like they have every answer to every question and they know everything. And it's like, I don't know. You ask me something I don't know, I don't say I don't know. You know, 8 o'clock says, all I thought while watching that Tyrese TDS video and the buyer's remorse from MAGA supporters was that he chose and bragged about being in Morbius. Yeah, I mean, was he? If you meant Morbius, I never saw that. If that's what you're talking about, the only thing I know Tyrese from is mid-level R&B songs from back in the day and the Fast and Furious. So, you know, that's all I know him from. I can't name another. Wait. No, I can't. I honestly, off the top of my head, I can't name another Tyrese movie outside of the Fast and Furious. I can't. Four Brothers. Oh, Four Brothers is a great movie. I did forget about that one. Oh, yeah, the Transformer. Okay, now you guys are making me remember now. Okay, Four Brothers is fantastic. Transformers, that's right. He was forgettable in Transformers. But Four Brothers, dude, watch that movie if you have not seen it. Mark Wahlberg's in it. That is a great movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but that is a great movie. Actually, we should do like a watch party for Criticless for that one. Four Brothers is a fantastic movie, and I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it. I feel like it's kind of flown under the radar for a lot of people. 1992 Space Movie for 10 says that video is the reason I don't argue with women. It's also why I don't argue with Jeremy, because he won't read this one because he never reads my super chats. James P says it holds up. Does it? Okay. Right on. Mark Wahlberg's best movie, Mr. T94 is asking. He's asking, what is Mark Wahlberg's best movie? Wow. That is I mean, the Italian Job with him was so good. He's had a lot of good movies, man. He's had a lot. Shooter, a lot of people are going to say Shooter. The Departed. I don't consider, like, it's so weird because, like, The Departed is obviously he's in it, but, like, I don't consider that there's so many people in The Departed that I don't consider it solely a Mark Wahlberg movie. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense to people, but certainly not The Happening. Certainly not The Happening. So, Departed was too long. I disagree. The Departed is a freaking masterpiece. It's freaking great. The other guys, Ted, Boogie Nights. He has kind of moved away from the Hollywood world. Lone Survivor. Fear, that's one of his earlier ones. Fear. Rockstar. Transformers 4 is fucking dog shit. I'm sorry, Emo Otaku. I hated Transformers 4. I thought it was The Fighter is a great movie. Him and Christian Bale. I love that movie. But let's see. Slow Zamboni's gay green shirt for $1. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Pain and Gain. Yeah, The Fighter is up there. The Fighter is a great movie. I mean, Christian Bale is my favorite actor, and he does a freaking great job in that movie. Another movie, and I guess I think it would probably just fall in line. It's weird because Ford versus Ferrari with Matt Damon and Christian Bale is one of my favorite movies from the last decade. I feel like it does a good job of, even though it's a car movie, I feel like it does a great job of blending the story so you don't have to be a racing fan or a car person to enjoy it. However, that's obviously why I enjoy it, but The Fighter is fantastic. It's another movie. If you have not seen it, it's a damn good movie. Damn good movie. It's a better car movie than the Fast and Furious movies. And I like those movies, by the way. I do like them, but they're not good car movies. They're nonsensical, ridiculous movies that are they're drag racing movies in name only. They're not actually about drag racing. They're so ridiculous. But I don't really have a problem with that. So you see, like, a lot of people see like Landman with Billy Bob Thornton, and they're like, "Oh, this isn't realistic." It's like, of course it's not. It's Hollywooded up, you know. Well, I watched the Formula One movie. Is that the one with Brad Pitt? I don't know, man. I'm not sure I'm gonna like that one. I haven't seen I followed Formula One for a few years. I'm not like a big time into Formula One, but I don't know. I might check it out. They're about family, Jeremy. Maybe you missed it. Yes. Gran Turismo was very good. Grotto Rabbit says, Jeremy never reads my super chats. Haven't even sent one. There's a new F1 film. Are you talking about the Brad Pitt one? I got to show you guys this. This is completely random from CobraCast, but oh man, I don't know if I could find it though. Is it in my, did I like the video maybe? Is it in my history from there? Yes, here it is. Fuck yeah. All right, here we go. Okay. Somebody has a Shelby GT500. All right. They take it to the Autobahn. Okay. Oh my goodness. You want to talk about amazing stuff. All right. This right here. This is what I do with my free time. I just watch shit like this. Okay.
And carbon all across the dam. Such an exceptional job on that.
Watch this.
Ooh, those are two big black lights. Oh, it is so powerful, this thing. And Blake actually removed the limiter on this car.
No limiter.
So we should be able... Oh, it's so fast. Oh my God. It is a freaking rocket ship. So we're getting some vibrations, which
180
those tires. Let's just put those dampers.
188.
Yeah, that's better. Sport mode. So normally the car runs like 290 on the speedo, which you are at right now. This is 300 speedo.
Listen, you can still hear it. 189.
I don't think it will go any faster than that.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, I'm getting all worked up. So there we go. All right. You know what? This is me right now. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. This is me right here. Where's it at?
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm gonna do it.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
John Kennedy says Christian Bale's only good movie was Equilibrium. Stop it. John Kennedy, stop it. Get out with that bullshit. All right, we respect opinions around here, John Kennedy, but stop. Okay, you're going to get me fucking fired up now. All right, that is absolutely fucking insane. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Bro, come on. American Psycho. Hostiles. Have you seen Hostiles? That's a very underrated one. Like The Prestige. The Prestige. Rescue Dawn is fantastic, Keenan. Absolutely. Of course, the Batman movies. Those are obviously those kind of Empire of the Sun. One of his first, I think that was his first movie, if I'm not mistaken. Harsh Times, Terminator Salvation. Yes. I mean, Reign of Fire. The Machinist. The list goes on and on, man. He's my favorite all-time actor. 310 to Yuma is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. 310 to Yuma is one of his best movies. So, Thor 4, just kidding. Yeah, I never saw that one. I never saw it. Dark Schwartz Rises says they should have given Matt Damon's role in Interstellar to Marky Mark. Just imagine any of those lines in a Boston accent. I mean, Matt Damon did good. He's got it too. But yeah, Matt Damon did good in it. He was very, very unlikable in that movie. Very unlikable. Let me see. But yeah, Equilibrium is honestly, all right, so since John Kennedy said something very controversial, can I say something very controversial? Can I make the chat turn on me really quickly? Maybe, I don't know. I think this is an unpopular opinion. I think that Equilibrium is better than The Matrix. I do. I think The Matrix had a massive budget and it had a mega star and it had a ton. It broke the mold for like all these things, but I think Equilibrium is better. I think Equilibrium with a low budget was better than The Matrix. I do. And I know it's unpopular. Jeremy's heel turn like Cena. Look, I love The Matrix. So I think The Matrix is fantastic. But I think Equilibrium is a better movie, I think. I love Equilibrium. And it had like, I don't know what the budget was for Equilibrium. I have no idea. It was very low budget though. Flag Ninja says Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan are the Hollywood version of In and Out, overrated. You can say that, but you know what? Every movie Nolan's made has been a massive success, except for Tenet, which he opened up during the pandemic. I didn't think Tenet was great anyway, but it would have made a hell of a lot. It still made like $400 million, which is kind of stupid that it made that much. And In and Out is fantastic. In and Out's fantastic. So, let's see. June's Melody says, I've never seen Equilibrium, Jeremy. Thanks, because that's my bedtime movie tonight. I adore Bale. Oh, you will love Equilibrium. It is a great movie. Even if you don't think it's as good as The Matrix, which, again, I know how unpopular that opinion is, and I can own that. But because The Matrix is one of the most popular and beloved movies of all time. Like The Matrix, and again, I love it. I think it's fantastic. But I remember the first time I saw Equilibrium, and I was just like, somebody called me up and they were like, hey, you need to see this movie. And they told me that same thing. They were like, it's better than The Matrix. It just didn't have the budget. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And at the time when I saw it, I only knew Christian Bale. He wasn't my favorite actor at the time. I only knew Christian Bale as American Psycho. And so he goes, that guy from American Psycho's in it. I'm like, that weird fucking guy is in it? And you think I'm going to like it? Because obviously he was phenomenal in American Psycho, but that's all I knew of him. And he acted so weird in that movie. And so, so I did see it. And It's great. It's great. Let me see here. All right. There was another thing I had in my bookmarks. So give me just a minute to pull that up. The Matrix directors are whacked. Well, yeah. I mean, aren't they both? Choose my words carefully here. Aren't they both mentally ill? Am I correct about that? I think they're both mentally ill, right? The Matrix weirdos. So just think about that. So both of the Matrix weirdos, both of the directors, Wachowskis, is that their name? Both of the Wachowskis are trans now. Think about that. What are the chances that both of them are trans? It's almost like it's not a natural phenomenon. It's almost like you're being indoctrinated. What are the chances they just both turned out that way, guys? Has nothing to do with your mind being poisoned, has nothing to do with mental illness. No. It just happens to be that they were both that way. There you go. Green 74 says, did you read my super chat? I did earlier. Yes, I remember it. I remember reading it. Let's see. Scrunch 6 says, Jeremy, have you seen Christian Bale in the 1990 Treasure Island with Charlton Heston? If I have, I probably saw it a long time ago. But if it's, I'd have to, I think I did, but I don't think I knew who Christian Bale was when I watched it. I'd need to go back and watch it, knowing that Christian Bale is Christian Bale. So I probably watched it before I knew who Christian Bale was. Let's see. Colin Bright says Trump curse Fannie Willis found guilty bigly. Yeah, I saw it. She had to pay I can't remember how much in fines. So it's pretty freaking great. Yeah, Fannie Willis, or Fawny as she likes to be called. Mike says Jeremy is gay. Yeah, but you're black and gay, so I win. That's always I'm always going to win. I might be gay, but you're black and gay, so I win. You know what I mean? I win. So, oh, man. You can't battle me on that one, Mike. I said that to Ripa one time. I said that on Twitter, man. All the Ripa haters were like, "Oh shit, Jeremy just crushed Ripa." They were all so fucking happy. I'm like, God, man, you can't even talk shit to your friends without these fucking people trying to make something of it that it's not. Good Lord. So, Ministry of Wrong Things says they both tried retroactively claiming that Matrix was always a mental illness allegory. Yeah, they're crazy, man. They're crazy. Jimmy Ray says Jeremy is as handsome as he is gay. I'm willing to take that as I'm ugly. I would rather be ugly and straight than gay and good looking. So I will gladly be ugly and straight. 100%. I will take that. Yeah, I'll take it. Hell yeah. Yeah. All day. All day. Let's see here. I mean, I think everybody would take that. Seriously, in the chat, would you rather be ugly and straight or handsome and gay? I take ugly and straight because you can still get money. You can still get money if you're ugly and straight, and that makes you handsome to the ladies, by the way. Evan Mike says, dude, Cena cooked today. He absolutely did. Yes, he did. It was great. It was great. We did cover that on Locals, by the way. So if you are not a member of the Geeks and Gamers Locals, you should definitely go and become a member of that. By the way, can I talk about something real quick, chat? I saw this picture yesterday. Now, there's like this whole old school conservative influencer world that I really don't know much about. There's like like Lauren Southern and that group. Okay. So, that's what I hear, right? Like Lauren Southern, who's disappeared after the whole tenant situation or whatever. But apparently Lauren Southern has a sister. Are we aware of this, chat? Is the chat aware of Lauren Southern's sister? Is she hot, you ask? I don't know, chat. You decide. That's Lauren Southern's sister. I'm just posting the picture, but that's Lauren Southern's sister right there. That's up to you. So there you go. Chat, you can decide what you think about it. Because I never make statements about women online until I know their age, and I don't think that this person is underage, but I'd still never make a comment. But because that's just the safest way to be online. So anyway, I never make statements about women unless I know. I'm scared to death of that. Let's see here. But yeah, so there's this whole like old school conservative influencers. This is like pre-2016. And like Lauren Chin, who, I obviously I know Lauren, knew Lauren. I haven't spoken with Lauren since that whole thing happened with her. I was friendly with Lauren Chin, and then that whole tenant media thing happened, which absolutely fucking insane. And like she was part of that, and like the Milos of the world, and there's a lot of people that were in that little world that I just don't have any. I don't really know a lot of them, but some of them I guess have carried over, and it's just interesting to see how that whole thing has all played out. You know what I mean? So let me see. Sweet Potato Night says Lauren Southern and Natalie Winters are mid AF. We have to stop talking about attractive women being mid. Okay. Like seriously, like you can say whatever you want about Lauren Southern. She's an attractive chick. She's attractive. She's not mid. That's like the people that say, that Sydney Sweeney's mid. No, she's not. I'm not saying Sydney Sweeney and Lauren Southern are on the same level, but like this attitude, like I think it's like that what is that, the alpha male mentality, like the manosphere or whatever, where like people are just like, oh, she's mid, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, she's not. She's not even remotely close to being mid. Hey, whatever, right? People can think whatever they want, I guess, but there's an objective fact to like some chicks are hot, okay? And your opinion doesn't matter if you're willing to say certain chicks just aren't hot. But you know what is another objective fact? That we have the new meme has dropped, ladies and gentlemen.
The strength that we have is in this moment.
Listen to your constituents. Center them in this moment.
But I can tell you that there are a lot of people that are watching his leadership in this moment. This is the moment.
No, I think about what's happening, in this moment.
What's important is that we meet this moment.
So are these current Democrats the ones to meet the moment?
What do you want to see us doing right now in this moment?
And which Democrats are actually going to stand up against Elon Musk and Donald Trump in this moment?
The fight that you all are exhibiting is not just what the base wants, but it's what this moment requires.
The strength that we have is in this moment.
Single time, man. Like it feels like the Democrats have a little Discord group chat that they just send their talking points out there. And they just repeat them, and they have no self-awareness whatsoever. It's crazy to me that they do this, and they do it over and over again. You know, but we did see one guy that has decided that Democrats, you're bullshit. This guy right here is the living, breathing meme. He is the fuck around, find out in real life right here. Richard Ryan mounts a minigun on top of his Tesla Model S Plaid and dares liberals to try and vandalize it. I don't think any of them are going to mess with this guy. It's just a hunch that I have. I don't think anybody's going to mess with this guy. You know? So, again, I'm not a Tesla guy per se, but that's a pretty... I got to mute the fucking music because I don't know if I'm going to get hit for that, but that's a pretty badass car right there. That's a pretty badass car. Like, are these the top? I don't even know. I truly don't know Teslas, but like, is this the top model right here? And what's so, outside of the fact that they have self-driving, what is so great about them? I don't know. Are they comfortable? Like, what do they offer? I don't know. I personally want to look into getting a Tesla one day, no time soon, just because of the lefties being so mad about it. But that's the only reason. I would have never considered it outside of that. Would have never considered it. Oh, no. Yeah, I know what them being electric vehicles, they're fast as crap. So, yeah, I do know that. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, okay? And I might be the first that is got this, but I've talked about it many years. Obviously, I'm the owner of Geeks and Gamers, created Geeks and Gamers, and we cover a lot of pop culture stuff over there on that channel. And I've talked a lot about conservatives and Republicans and all of these politicians. They need to understand that video game culture is important. Okay? Well, guess who has decided to take that seriously? President Trump, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, soldier.
Oh man, it's so freaking, it's almost ridiculous how realistic it looks, man. Oh, I saw that the other day and I'm like, holy crap. Man, AI is pretty terrifying. It really is pretty terrifying. What is that right there? Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm pretty confident with what I'm seeing right here. CNN poll. Who do you think the leader of the Democratic Party is? 10% said AOC. 9% said Kamala Harris. 8% said Bernie Sanders. Hakeem Jeffries. Barack Obama. Jasmine Crockett. Gavin Newsom. Pelosi. Slokin or whatever her name is. Chuck Schumer and Tim Walz. Boys, I'm not sure if you understand, but this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. This is the most pathetic lineup. The fact that AOC is perceived to be the leader. The top two people are the dumbest women in the party, AOC and Kamala Harris. Good Lord. That is damn good news for the Trump administration. That's damn good news for America. That's damn good news for 2028. Okay, so there you go. Let's see. Sulla Felix says Mike is disabled with bad knees, so that's more DEI. Derry Murphy says, Jeremy, someone said you're gay and you keep saying I'm willing to take that. Please stop. What? Nico says, Snow White is going to be a woke disaster, not a coincidence. Some of the worst video game movies and music was made and thought of during the Biden era. Hail the 199. Hail indeed. And yeah, MC Martin, I agree. Never seen a party crash out this bad. It is pretty horrible. It really is. True Mr. Gentleman says Rescue Dawn by Herzog was based on a real life story of Dieter Dangler. Herzog also did a documentary on the still living Dieter at the same time, making for a unique situation. Yeah, I remember watching it in theaters, actually. I haven't watched it since then, but I would like to check that one out again. So, all right, well, we're going to end it there, ladies and gentlemen. I got to upload a video to Geeks and Gamers. If you're interested, it will be about Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, make sure you guys check that out if you're interested. That will be uploaded here within the next 10 minutes after this stream ends. But it's good to be back. I appreciate all of you, and thank you for the support, the super chats, get the memberships, all of that. Uploads. I got to make more uploads. By the way, did everybody get a notification that was at the beginning of the stream? Did you get a notification for the stream tonight? Because I uploaded 3 videos in the last 24 hours, so I'm not sure if there was a notification for tonight. I'm curious about that. Yes. Okay. A lot of you did get them. Okay. So, all right. No, a lot of no's, but a lot of the yeses. I got one 30 minutes prior. Okay. All right, cool. Okay. Well, we're going to, all right. So yeah, a lot of yeses and a lot of no's. So, I will say that, I should probably do it, especially if I'm going to keep making so many videos for the channel. I should probably start posting to Twitter for people that won't get notifications, because I already uploaded 3 videos in the last 24 hours. You only get 3 notifications on YouTube. So I wasn't sure if this one was going to get sent out or not. Maybe I was past the 24-hour mark though. Let me see if I was. The Tyrese video was uploaded. It says 1 day ago now, so I don't know exactly when that one was uploaded. So, what are notifications? Yeah, I heard that. Let me see. No for CobraCast, but yes for earlier videos. Okay, so you didn't get the notification for CobraCast. I'm assuming a lot of people didn't get notifications for CobraCast. What's up, Laughing Man? I see you, brother. You should let the chair do the hard work. Yeah, Jeremy may make an appearance one of these days. He may make another appearance. We'll see. But we're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. Check out my video over on Geeks and Gamers here in the next probably 15 minutes. I'll have that one uploaded. So you guys have a good evening. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.